What's up, rockers? Everywhere, all over the world. Welcome to E12.
11?
12 or
No.
11? No, E11.
No, it's
E11.
11.
E11. I got
Don't jump.
ahead of myself. I get excited. I'm always thinking about the future.
Oh. Nice save.
But so much new music came out.
Like, so much.
Almost too much. It was a little bit much, I won't lie. I was like, holy fuck balls. So it was a lot.
Yeah, I don't even think I dove into like half of what was released just because I was focused on what we're talking about today.
And what we're talking about today, I would say two of them are like the largest releases that came out. They were the big ones. And Tetrarch, Gojira, and another band out in Canada, Ashes to Emperor. And everybody released an album on the same fucking day. Good job, guys.
Kept me busy all weekend listening. So, I mean, thank you for that.
I had to do multiple workouts to get through albums, okay?
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
But
all great workout albums.
True. Very true. I snorted many pre-workout lines. Okay. I was pumped up.
Nice.
But we're going to talk about all three of these albums now because it's so dope, you know? There's just 3 banger albums came out in one day, and why not talk about it?
Yeah. It's super exciting. All of them are really good. I'm excited.
Though I think Gojira is getting talked about more than the Tetrarch album, but that's because they probably have more money.
I mean, Tetrarch is getting a lot of press though, like a lot.
They got a lot of press, but they got a lot of press for their stuff that they already released. Like they were doing Negative Noise, You Never Listen. Those ones that like Serious Octane, brand new music, Tetrarch. I'm like, yeah, but you guys already been playing this. They released these singles a while. I got a whole other album of stuff on there, yo. But then Gojira, they were playing everything from that album.
Yeah, Tetrarch has like 8 more songs outside of the stuff they pre-released, which I thought was really cool. I've honestly been so busy just listening to the album that I haven't even really looked at what people are saying online about any of these albums.
Oh, I haven't either, but I was like, no, I haven't even looked at the negative things. I just looked at like listening to it. I'm like, okay, cool, dope. I got my review dropping for Tetrarch because I did it. I did it, even though Becca loves them to death.
You stole it from me, but no, it's good. It's nice to hear different perspectives. Like, do I want to write about my favorites releases? Yes, but I think it's nice for other people to share their opinion on it.
I'll give everyone a hint. Mine's very much DeLorean themed. Very much. That's all I'll say.
It is. I just read it.
But we are going to talk about Tetrarch first and their brand new album, Unstable, and our 3 favorite songs that are from that album. So you can kick it off bring up the pop-up window, show us the 3 songs you think are bangers from this album.
So before we start, just generally speaking, more so for Tetrarch and Gojira, picking favorites for me was really hard because they both pre-release stuff, and I really, really liked what they pre-released.
Yeah,
so I'm like, do I love these more? Or do I just love them more because I've had more time to spend with them and I've been able to like listen to them on repeat? So it was very hard, but I think with Tetrarch, I guess I did pick one that was pre-released, but it was a surprise release and it was released like the day before the album came out. So technically that one doesn't count.
Yeah, Gojira did the same thing. I didn't listen to it. I didn't listen to the other one too right before that one came out. I'll talk about my Gojira little beef they did beforehand. I'll save that one.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't listen to the Gojira one either, but okay. I'm going to share the sound.
This little square button. Make sure it's a good. You're doing it on Spotify, on YouTube. All right, remember
I'm gonna do
keep it nice and low because we totally went around the censorship. Yes, for once we did it. So everybody else, you can turn your volume up.
Okay, so anyways, my first one is Addicted, which is the album, not the album, the single they released literally the day before. They were just like, surprise.
And that's what I typically don't like doing that. Like when an artist does that, I won't listen to it. I'm like, you know what? Your album's coming out tomorrow. I'm just gonna listen to it when it comes out. But I dig it. This is what I was talking about. Like, I met friends of like, damn, this feels like a Disturbed song.
Yeah, I really like this one.
And it was super. They even carried like, it was like this whole album felt like it was a Korn and Static X album. Yeah.
I think it was like a really good mix of like there's some heavier songs on there, but there's also some more like chill or more like a wider audience is going to be into some of them as opposed to the heavier ones. And then I don't know. So this is Addicted. And then what other ones did I say I was gonna do? We'll do the next one. We'll do a heavier one, which is Take a Look Inside, which one part of the song that I really like is that the guitarist Diamond Rowe, she helps with the vocals a little bit, which I think is really cool.
Oh, it's got wait, when you went back, I'm pretty sure it said 999 reviews. Views on there. Yeah, 999 views, which is half of 666.
Oh god.
That's not a coincidence.
Yeah, so this one's a little bit heavier. Also, the drums on this one, so good.
And it was cool when I actually looked. Did you know about their name, the official meaning, or at least the definition of the name?
I did, because I think I looked up just to see how you said it, and then that kind of spiraled into what does it mean. But
4 rulers over governing territories, and there's 4 members in the band. I see what they did there.
Smart.
Who says metalheads aren't educated?
They are.
The only thing I don't like the album artwork, in my personal opinion.
It's fair.
This is my personal. Feels a little generic. Just a little generic.
I don't mind it. I like the red and blue things over it, but I feel like. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say it feels like, you know, it's like an opening band from Warped Tour where give you the CD with the cover on it.
This one, I feel like piece of it, I wouldn't say the whole thing, but like there's like little instances where I'm like, this kind of reminds me like of Gojira a little bit, like,
Yeah, I can see that. Just with the drumming and instrumental
yeah.
writing, and they do these slow like,
Yeah.
like Amazonia.
All right. We won't listen to too much before we get in trouble again. And then I'm gonna do one. It's so hard for me to choose because I like them all. um, and like each has their own thing. Like I'm sure you're gonna go over some of the heavier ones. And they're good in their own right. And then there's the ones that are a little bit more chill. I've talked about this one before already as when it first came out, but I just really like this one.
I agree. I like this one. This one was like, I like this single when it came out.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
it's incredibly catchy.
yeah.
This is meant for the teenager in his room with 1,000 posters, and I'm like, you don't understand me, parents.
True, literally me walking around right now. The video is pretty cool too. Yeah, I could jam to this one like on repeat all day.
The lyric writing was very, very good. I would say it's incredibly catchy.
And I like a lot of their songs. I feel like are pretty relatable. Like, so I was like that. You can, no matter what you're going through or whatever, there's probably some way that you can relate to it.
But it's like, it's also, they show that they can, for most of their songs, their lyric writing has been like, it's not crazy like in-depth storytelling. It's simple, great lyrics, catchy, and timing it really well with the music. And I'm like, that's what you need.
Yep. It's the perfect recipe.
My only worry about this band is that they're not gonna blow up like they should blow up, in the sense like their image is such, they're us, like they are the kid rockers in the bedroom. They are the kids buying the band shirts and forming their own band, and they're the kids, the outcasts from their high school, and not like the poster boy look of Avenged Sevenfold or some shit like that. That poster boy glam look. The more, you know what I'm talking about. They're like, yeah, we are the fucking outcasts. And I don't think that like other bands that did that image, they're still big, but they're not like as huge.
I don't know. I feel like they're gonna blow up. I just feel like they're just on the way. I'm very curious to see what happens now that this album is out and they can start touring again and everything. I don't know. I feel really good about it.
Best way to put it, I think of them as the Children of Bodom. There we go. They're like a Children of Bodom band. They're not poster boy band. They're not but everyone knows about them and they're huge, but
Mhm.
like mainstream will not talk about them unless like, you know, something huge happens.
I don't know. Guess we'll
I'll put it
see.
out. There we go. That's what makes more sense. Because like no one ever talks like no. It's not until fucking Alexi died that freaking series on what Liquid Metal finally played Children of Bodom on there, and after they had freaking like 12 albums out over a span of almost 2 decades. And so it
Mhm.
wasn't, it's sad that after it until someone died, they're like, oh god, we're gonna give our respects, start playing their music, you know, for a band that's been legendary for so many other people.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
but
I
that's what I'm
understand.
worried about in this band. It's like I'm considering them the next pioneers of new metal, the
Mhm.
next new pioneers of new metal, and I'm worried that like the mainstream people aren't gonna, because like even on these Spotify charts, like when we looked at, they're kind of lower on the Spotify lists.
They came in pretty strong though, this past week, but I don't know. It's hard to say like based off of just this playlist and stuff, but I don't know. I think they have a lot of support from some pretty big people, and like artists that they find inspiration from. Um, so I don't know. I hope it doesn't go that way. I don't think it's gonna go that way. I think they have a lot going for them, but only time will tell.
Well, my favorite three, I'll bring up mine now. Let's see.
Also, I really like Negative Noise, and Diamond's solo is amazing. And I told you I just cannot pick favorites. I'm so sorry.
Negative Noise is one. It's like I'd say my hands down favorite song of the whole album, but it's like that was released what 2 months ago, I think. It was
Yeah,
released
it was
this year as
maybe.
a
Yeah,
single,
it was. It was. It was.
so I was like, I've had that. It's been a good rotation of that already.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a couple other songs that I've been going to. First one is like the album track title, Unstable. Um, that is a fucking banger song. And where's it at? There you go. Special. Share screen. Um, and I this whole album just gave me such deja vu about just being a teenager and being locked, listening to music on my 5 CD player changer. Um, nope. There we go. Is it popping up?
Yes.
Cool. Hold on. No, wrong one. Hold on. I'm gonna do something.
Well, I can see.
I
Oh,
did other things wrong. I did something wrong. Technology, my fault. I didn't do it.
finally, I
Blame
was not the
COVID.
one to mess up.
I blame COVID. But I really like this eeriness stuff they add to it. That was another thing that kind of gave me that 2000s vibe, and
Hmm.
it just felt like again it was like a perfect clash of a Korn and Disturbed album. Like this whole album was great, and it was like I think it was the greatest hits of Disturbed, Korn, Mudvayne, and you took the best song from each band and put it in this album. Yes.
Yeah. There you go.
So just make a whole album of bangers.
Truth.
Because really any one of these songs could have been like their singles, like their own standalone single.
Agreed.
The next one, I believe they released this one too as a single. Was it Sick of Me?
No,
Is it Sick of Me?
I don't think they did.
Yeah, Sick of You. Sorry.
No, that one wasn't a single.
It wasn't? I thought it was.
Mm-mm.
There's a certain strain of bacteria.
But this one gave me hardcore flashbacks of me just being pissed off at my parents. Yeah.
You can't relate to that.
Like it really, just that even that intro is like.
Yeah, I like the eerie vibes.
Like I feel like I'm gonna put my hoodie up. I'm gonna put those black X's on my hand, get the black fingernail polish. You don't understand me, parents. And they're still only a 4-piece band, people. But you know, only a 4-piece band.
True.
I wonder if Diamond did any other vocals that we don't know about on the album. Sick of you. And then lastly, I really loved Push Down. Push Down was fucking great. I had
Okay,
that.
this one I really like. I could see this one like being used in like a Marvel movie or something. Like, I really like this one too.
I also felt like it was like a Resident Evil soundtrack song.
Yeah, like something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and whoever the producer they did for this album was great. They fixed this album so well. Oh, Spirit Box. Have you ever listened to the new Spirit Box song yet?
Nope.
It's good. But I just have I don't know, I have a little chip with Spirit Box right now. A little bit. But it's good. But this whole album was great. I didn't think they released too many singles, but they released like 4 singles, right? Leading up to this. That's too much for this album because this album's only 40 minutes long.
I thought it was okay because they still had like 8 more songs that we didn't hear. But yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying.
Because like the album
Just
was
like
short in general, and I was like, damn it. Because like I don't know. I like what I feel like 3 is like a perfect number. If you were like over a course of a couple months, release 3 singles, I think that's a good give me ground for it.
yeah, the whole single release thing is like the thing to do now though.
True.
Whether you like it or not.
I'd like it, but I don't like when they release a quarter of the album in singles.
Yeah.
Because then it's like I kind of find myself skipping those songs like after I've listened to it for a couple months.
When it came out, I was like, I'm not gonna listen to it until I can listen to it in full. But like typically I would be like, oh, I heard the first 4 songs already. All right, let's start at number 5.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. I like that. That's smart. You so smart. But now let's go into Gojira.
Gojira.
The big mammoths that have been getting circulated and talked about right now for their whole album. Which is a great album.
Gosh.
It's fucking great. But this is gonna go back.
It is
that single thing I was talking about. They released 5 singles.
Yeah, yes.
5. Yo.
They did. And you know what? That made it very hard to choose favorites. Yeah.
I was that's what I didn't even want to listen to it when I saw they were like I got a notification, new single. I think it was The Chant. I think it was The Chant that was released right before it came out. And I was like, dude, guys, no. Oh, and also Into the Storm. Into the Storm was released like a couple weeks, like last week or something. They released 2 singles within a week or whatever.
Dang.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's like some reasoning behind that we don't know.
That's a lot, and that's like it's 11 songs in the album, so that's pretty much half the album. I mean, they were all great. Born for one thing, Amazonia, Another World. They were all all those single releases were great. But it just again, just kind of, and then like just releasing 5, that's too much. It's crazy. Crazy. But what are your tops you think from this album? I've listened to it all weekend.
I've listened to it a few times. Again, the struggle was so real for me to try and decide. I am gonna say that one of my favorites is Amazonia. I just really like that they used the native sound of the Amazon, and just overall, I really enjoyed the song. I don't know if we want to listen to it because I think everyone knows that song already. But did you see the meme where someone put Gojira on like, what's that painting where like the hands are touching?
Oh yeah.
But it's like they put Gojira's face on it, and then like the little like door stopper thing that make when you like. It was so funny. It's just, yeah, I love that sound, like mixing with the drums and everything.
This song was for, I just did like a fun little cover of it, and this song is fun to play too.
Nice. Yeah, sometimes I think more so with Tetrarch, like if I can sing along with it, I'm like super into it. You're not really gonna catch me singing belting out Gojira, but I'm sure it's fun to play. I would be. You will catch me doing that. I'll sing along like that.
I think Amazonia and Born for One Thing are the largest hits from this album.
Yeah, Born for One Thing's really good too. Okay, we're gonna stop playing them because they got us in trouble last time.
I'm gonna go with Newfound for my personal.
Do it.
Newfound is fucking a ripper. I did dig that one. That one was great. I'm glad they didn't release this one as a single. If they released all their heavy stuff as a single, that would have been a letdown.
To destroy boredom.
Because some bands have done that before.
Yeah.
I think this is like one of their heaviest ones on the album too. But I do, even though they're still considered like a gnarly heavy metal band, I think this is their breakthrough album into like mainstream popularity, especially with Amazonia.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and there's some other ones on the album too that I think would be crossovers.
But their riff writing for this was freaking so great. It's so super heavy, and what people don't understand, they're actually most of their songs I believe in this album was in D standard, and that's like, I don't even think that's heavy for. They sound so much heavier. They sound like they're playing in like drop C, maybe even drop B, super heavy, but it's really just D standards and just some good thrashy overdrive tones to it. Which is awesome because some bands always think like, oh, I gotta go down the drop F to get super heavy. When you got a band like Gojira and D standard, and they still sound pretty fucking heavy.
They probably didn't say this to be funny, but I just thought it was funny when they posted on Instagram that the album was out. They posted the album art, and their Instagram caption is, "Our 7th baby Fortitude was born this morning. It's a Taurus." Oh, I just thought that was funny. But anyways. Okay, one I really liked is Grind, which is the very last song. I honestly liked all of them, so again, I'm just horrible at picking favorites. Oh. Oh my gosh, so many ads.
Ooh, yeah, this is a good one. I agree with this.
Pew! Thank you.
And they're gnarly with like adding those little extra.
Yeah, I love those.
And the drums are really good in this whole album.
Agreed. You got good drums and I'm into it. I'm a big drum person. I think let me see. Oh yeah, I really like how it kind of like slows down and does this whole little thing at the end too. So it starts out really heavy and strong and kind of rolls out.
It also reminded me of like a total journey. Like this, I totally recommend everyone listen to this album front to back, not on shuffle.
Yeah.
Like
Agreed.
don't listen to it on random. Just like actually go through the whole album. Tetrarch, I feel like you can listen to that song at the album at random. This one, I feel like it's like a total journey.
Yeah. Gojira, I definitely would listen to. I mean, obviously you can listen to it, but I think it is a good journey, and that it ebbs and flows really well.
I'm gonna go with Into the Storm. That was released like a little bit a week ago. I didn't listen to it too much because I didn't want to. I think I heard like snippets of it. I'm like, cool, I like it. And then I wanted to save it for listening on the album. I was like, no, Gojira, you already released 3 singles already. I'm not doing a 4th. Bad Gojira.
I know. I almost did that with Tetrarch, but I was like, ugh, I can't wait. Gojira, I did wait though.
And I liked it because it was it was a more gradual, slower pace. Like it kind of rolled into everything and picked it up. It totally felt like a great continuation from Amazonia as like a rival metal song.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they had a ballad song, I would say this is their ballad song.
Yeah. I do really like this one.
The drums again. The drummer is on point. The dude was like, he's the underlying hero of this album.
Hmm.
And I just picturing him as like some tribe person banging crazily and having multiple drums and then having war paint on his face. I am curious to what kind of I don't think he's ever talked about in interviews like the mics he used in recording and stuff like that because of how like certain tones he gets because he gets it's a Gojira tone. It's like I want everyone they've like Neural DSP has partnered with them to do like a guitar replication of how they do their sound. But I wonder what they do for their vocals and everything else. Like what is your secret behind your sound, Gojira?
Yeah, they definitely have a distinct sound. I like how this album sounded different, but it still sounded very them. It was a good progression.
They are the definition of a band where it's like, oh, what does Gojira sound like? They sound like Gojira.
Yep, pretty much.
They are a sound. Gojira is a sound. Okay.
Gojira is a sound for sure. I'm cheating and doing one that was re-released. I just need to spend more time with this album for sure. Oh my gosh, ads, dear Lord.
We don't want.
Here we go. Is this it? Yeah. I don't think I've even watched this music video. Shit.
Oh, you haven't? Born for One Thing? Oh, this is I think their second single they released from it after they did Another World. This music video is cool. I really like this music video. And the comment section on this one video is kind of funny. Everyone was just going off on like random story tangents of what does this video mean? Wow,
It would be yeah, I know. Honestly, listening to all these albums this weekend, I'm like, shit, should I start taking drum lessons? This would be a good music video for like the VH1 pop-up, like little facts.
Oh no. Oh yeah.
Or little like, what do you think this means?
Fun fact, they actually farted in this scene right here. Fun fact, that gentleman was actually running to the bathroom because he had diarrhea and they recorded it.
They actually ran through this room because Mario loved dinosaurs growing up. Like, stupid.
Ooh.
also really appreciate like the meanings behind a lot of their stuff too, like this song in Amazonia too. But
I've only seen Gojira once, sadly though.
I have seen them surprisingly twice.
What?
No, wait, no, I've seen them 3 times. I'm a Gojira stan. Look at me go. Yeah, I've seen them 3 times. All festivals though.
I didn't see one with the. I guess it was almost kind of like a festival. It was like that that Not Fest road tour they did. So it was Slipknot, Volt Beats, Gojira, and Behemoth. Yeah.
Mm.
So like their version of a mini festival. Even they call it a festival, but it was all on one stage. I mean, you can't call this a festival. It's one stage. No. There's got to be 2 stages.
I think I think I saw them at Louder Than Life, and then out of all festivals, I saw them at Bonnaroo, and then Exit 111.
I do want to see them again. Hopefully they'll go on tour, like their own tour. I've never seen them talk, or like I've never even heard about them promoting their own tour ever. Or I mean, I'm sure they have, but like not within the last couple of years.
Not like
they've always been doing festivals.
Yeah.
The next one. So for the band Ashes to Emperor, great bands out of Ontario, Canada. Ontario, Toronto, one of the two. It's in Canada. They're Canada. They're a Canadian heavy metal band. And I think they definitely, this will be their just a little more standout of an album. It's way more symphonic. I think like if I saw a tour of Gojira and these guys happening, they would blow up in a similar tone. Similar. I want to do their song Left Alone. And it reminds me, I'm friends with their singer, but it just he's a big Children of Bodom fan, and this one they definitely changed up from their first album. They've only been a band for over a year and they put out 2 albums already.
Damn.
They've had nothing but time, and they built up a studio below the lead singer's like house and did all the recording and everything themselves.
That's cool.
And I'm pretty sure they set it off to get mixed, but even then, from them just doing it all from their home and like in a basement, it's a legit home studio that he did too. But it's really impressive. Like, and it kind of shows you like how if you want to be dedicated, you can fucking do this.
Yeah, you can find a way to do it from home.
Yeah. But it's like this one they added a lot more of like those and more, I would say, like orchestrated music to it.
Yeah, some of the intros on this album, I was like, damn.
They're only a 3-piece band.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I just realized that today when I was looking at their bio on Spotify.
But it's like whenever I feel lazy about on a day for not practicing, I'm like, shut the fuck up. They made a whole album, 2 albums within a year. Go practice.
No excuses.
No excuses.
One of my favorites was the first song I heard from them because of you, because I think you chose them for our show and tell. Which is God's Creation.
That one's very good too. The only thing I would I wish more, and maybe I'll message to him on the offline, make the drums a little bit bigger in sound to complement the vocals and guitar playing.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
But I do think the music-wise, they did they stepped up in their lyric writing for this.
Yeah, I need to listen to their first album and kind of compare it, because this album was my intro to them, so I don't really have the like background.
My next one will be right now it's the only music video for it. I believe they made it just out in like an abandoned building. It's called Inside the Darkness, and hence like the album title song.
Nice.
I would say this is the big single from this album too. So one thing though, they also made this band during COVID. They haven't even played a show together yet. They all they've been doing is recording music. So two of the members, the bassist and the guitar player, they were in another band, and that stopped because of COVID. And they reached out to the drummer like, "Hey, so do you want to be a part of this new project that we're doing during COVID?" And that's how the band happen.
That is insane.
So it was a blessing in disguise. I mean, like one of those things.
Yeah.
If COVID didn't happen, would this band would have happened? Like, would they have been formed?
Right. Yeah, I guess some good things did come out of this. It's just wild to think that during this, I mean, I've totally lost track of time, but to think that a band was created and they then created 2 albums within this time period is just so wild.
They're also like they're a rare case study because they have nothing else better to do. But at least like it shows they're motivated. They're like, we have nothing else better to do, so we're just gonna write music.
Yeah.
Like that's the far extreme. One album is like that's like, all right, cool. Every band should come out of COVID making a new album. You know, everyone should think that. But 2 albums technically during COVID, that's crazy.
Yeah, way to put your time to good use. I only have 2 because I am just, again, horrible at picking favorites. And I didn't really get to dive into this album as much as the other 2, but my last one is When All Hope Is Lost.
That was gonna be mine.
Well, we can both talk about it. I thought I was in the clear. I'm like, yes, he hasn't picked it. He hasn't picked it yet.
This one I thought that was the heaviest. I'm like, yeah, here we go. Snap some necks.
Yes. I think I'm just like really in the mood to like go to a show and headbang so badly. I like here for this one.
Watch out, you're gonna see Rebecca throwing down in the mosh pit.
I know. Gonna go extra hard.
Then right after she comes out of the mosh pit, she's like, workout, check.
Oh. 10 out of 10, we'll count that as a workout. I'm actually working out so I can be my absolute best in the mosh pit. That's actually why I'm working out.
She has that on her, what is it? The motivation board? Is it motivation board? Inspiration board? Inspiration board. Out there. Knock someone
Yep.
out. First show back, knock someone out in the mosh pit. Goals.
Lifting weights now, so it's over for y'all in the pit. Oh yeah.
Says I think they released this another single too. They released 3. No, they didn't. No, they didn't release one single. There's 3 songs they released as a single. I don't think.
I know God's Creation was, but that was the only one I couldn't figure out how to see what they released as soon as.
It's only like on the Spotify. Spotify, you can see what they release, like as what songs came out first, and they give you the date on there.
Oh, you right. Alrighty. All right, that was my last pick.
Well, I think for show and tell, since we did for 3 new albums,
That was a show and tell.
Huh?
That was a show and tell.
That was a show and tell of 3 new albums and songs that you think that we thought were our favorite ones on there.
Mm-hmm. Come back to me in a couple weeks and see if I change my mind, though.
I'll get back at you on that.
Yeah.
Everyone was putting like, oh, Van Halen, listen to Van Halen. I'm like, bruh, she's listening to Tetrarch right now.
I'm like, I literally posted about the album releasing today, guys. Let's come on now.
I thought about it after. I was like, oh, Tetrarch, Rebecca, duh.
Missed opportunities.
I know. Missed puns. But thank you, everybody. Check out these 3 big albums, bangers. I'm sure you're checked out 2 of them, but maybe not the 3rd one. Because that definitely is going to get lost in the shuffle during that big. I don't think anyone even knew this album. That's what's annoying sometimes when bands all release music on the same day.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I know. I think I saw a tweet and it was like, let's normalize releasing music not on Fridays. Like, not everyone has to release it on the same day.
Okay, at least the major record labels like talk to each other. What day you guys release music? Oh, okay, cool. All right, cool. Oh, Rise Records gets Tuesday. Oh, okay. Sumerian gets Wednesday. Okay, we can do this. Capitol Records gets a Friday.
Yeah, right.
There you go. Start making weekly schedules. They're allowed to. Singles, all right, maybe three a day at least. Okay. One, who wants to take Mondays? Mondays? Oh, okay. We can give Mondays to the independent people.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but if you guys listen to any of the albums and you want to comment your favorite songs off the track, please do.
Like right now.
Or off the, yeah. Right now. Right
now.
there. Down there.
But then the next one is going to be E12. I'm thinking in the future again. I'm always step forward. E12, baby. I can't think of a sign that goes with that.
Episode 12 coming next.
Deuces.
Yeah.